Mongoose Jake here. I've got a new product I want to do a quick little review on. It's a White Lightning Bicycle Chain Lube Kit. It features their semi-dry Epic Ride lube, which I've already been using for the past 5 years or so. Very good all-around, all-purpose lube. It's not a wax, so it's not going to be chalky. It's also not a full-on wet lube, even though it is very liquidy. It's not a full wet lube, so you can use it in dry conditions all the way to wet conditions. Video is not necessarily about the lube itself, it's about the kit. I found these kits at the beginning of the season and been using them and wanted to go over it. This little applicator is kind of the focus here. It comes in a kit for between $10 to $12 retail price. Do a little bit of searching. Locally you might find them for less than half. I actually paid only about $5 for the kits. And it comes with one bottle of their Epic Ride lube, the applicator, a travel cap, and 3 of the little pads, a fresh one I've got installed here, and 2 spares. So, good deal. The bottle of lube itself normally retails for $5 or $6 anyways. So if you find a good deal like I did, you're not overpaying because you're basically paying the same amount for the lube, but you also get the applicator. Now the whole purpose of the applicator is White Lightning claims it saves up to 50% of the lube that you would normally use. Normally, you just put your lube on top of the chain and slowly backpedal it. Well, you do the same, but it has this little spongy foam applicator tip, and it helps to prevent over application. I'm going to zoom in and get out of the way. I've got my Valiant sitting here behind me, and I'll let it be the star here in a second. I'll move the camera in close and let you see actually exactly how this works. It's not much different than what you're already doing, but it does save a little bit in my few tests that I've done this season so far. It saves a bit of lube, saves a little bit of time, and that's always a good thing on both accounts. We'll zoom in and I'll show you. Here we are close in, and what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the typical technique for those of you who maybe don't even maintain your bikes yourself, and then I'm going to show you the difference with the new applicator that White Lightning has. Normally my cap's on, so you'll notice that. So before anybody even says that in the comment section, cap's on the bottle. But this is what normally you would do. Normally you find a spot you can recognize on your chain and use it to count by. Right here is my SRAM quick link. So normally I go to find that after I've cleaned the bike off and let it dry. Of course, you don't want to trap the moisture inside the chain by putting the lube over it. So let it dry out. Then you find that, and then you would, of course, with the cap off, I normally rest the tip of the bottle on each link and slowly pedal and put a drop or 2 on each link and go all the way around about like this speed here. And you would work your way all the way around every link, pedaling backwards, dabbing on every individual link. Now, as you can already tell, that would take quite a while. So now I'm speeding up just to bring my quick link back around, which is there. Now, instead of doing that, with the White Lightning applicator, make sure this has a fresh pad on it. They say the pads get 25 use, and that's about right in my test. But I've got a fresh pad here, and what you do is make sure that the applicator is in the up position. It actually seals off if you angle it at a 45-degree angle. That's sealed. And I haven't tested how well it travels because I do my maintenance here in my garage after I'm done riding. So I haven't actually used this. I don't take this with me. I have a spare regular bottle of the Epic Ride that I keep in my truck's console. But right here is open and ready to use. You then tip it up. You saturate. As you can see, I've saturated it. It's actually dripping out. Squeezed a little too hard there. But then you simply go over slowly. You can give it a squeeze or 2 as you're going. And as you're pedaling backwards, you can see, as long as you're going steady, not too fast, but also not as slow. I mean, that's fairly evident here. Now that's one revolution, and I will do my best to get the camera to pick that up. Let's see. That is very glistening with lube. Now, that is a very quick application, and I'm just going to do this to show you. Still not clean. Needed to clean it more, but as you can see, that is fully oiled. Fully. It's a one pass will actually get the chain lubed up. Now, of course, as you can see, this chain I could have cleaned even more, but it is lubed. And to show you, it actually has marks for 3 milliliters. That's what each mark represents, and that's basically what your application should be. Now, trying to get a level, mine was here, and as you can see, it's now down to the next one. So even with my little spill, I used about 3 milliliters. Now, if you care to get real scientific, you can go and measure how much in a bottle you use per application, do it over time, and see exactly how much this would save you. They claim up to 50%. I'm going to say it's probably about half of that. It's probably about 25% less in my use. I do tend to, once in a while, spill when I squeeze. If you squeeze a little too hard, it can actually overpower the little, it's a spongy material, but it's not a very soft spongy material. If you know the little two textured scrubbing sponges you get for your kitchen use to scrub dishes with, how they have one has a soft side, one has a hard side, it's very, very comparable to that really rough and firm sponge material on the artificial sponges. That's the kind of consistency, and that's not necessarily the best kind of material to capture the somewhat thin, semi-dry White Lightning lube. So you will once in a while have a little accident like I did here in the video, which is, I'm quite fine with showing you that, because that's a representative of what happens to me about every other time I use this. My first time, if I accidentally squeeze just a little too much, and it happens when the bottle is mostly full, you will sometimes spill out some. So keep in mind, if you go pick this up for yourself, that spills do happen. This is not a watertight or chain lube tight material. It's fairly porous, and it will leak some if you were to set it up on its side or upside down even, or if you squeeze too hard. But for me and my use, I think this has become a staple of my bike maintenance gear. It does save a little bit of lube, it saves a bit of time, and if you want to be even more thorough, you could throw on a couple more passes, but there's no need. The chain is glistening, it's coated. Now I'll let it sit for about 20 minutes before I put the bike away, and I normally will take a rag over it just to get the excess, but there's a lot less excess when I use this compared to my old method of just simply dabbing a couple drops on each link, which used much more chain lube and took a lot more time. But right now, I'll put the Amazon link on there. It's not a great price. It's $12.95 on Amazon right now. When I checked before making this video, I find it locally much cheaper, and I would highly suggest you do the same. And plus, shopping locally is always nice when you can. But this is Spongy Jake. I just wanted to share a little quick review and demonstration of the White Lightning chain lube kit. It is sold as the bicycle chain lube kit, and like I said, it comes with one bottle of the Epic Ride, it comes with the applicator, it comes with 3 of the pads, plus it comes with a storage cap to go on top of the applicator bottle. Good deal if you can find it locally at less expensive prices. If you can find it for $5 or $6, I would say there is no reason not to buy this. At $12.95 plus shipping, I would wait to see if I could find it at a bike shop nearby. But again, this is Spongy Jake. Wanted to share this with you, and let me know what you think of it below, and if anybody can find it at a better deal, I would appreciate a link. I have searched and could not find it. But if you find it, feel free to share it in the comment section below for everybody else to get their hands on this. But this Mongoose Jake, signing off.